not adjust your screens, you are in the right place at the right time. It's Saturday, and you know what that means. It is time for SCW Showdown. I am your hostess with the mostest, Shaggy Black, here in the studio apartment, going down to get ready to give you some top-notch fake virtual fighting action on our road to Rumble in the Bronx, our last show before next weekend's special event. Let's go down today's card and get it started. A new debut, Safina of the Samoan Society taking on Violet Tiger. Jade Hudson meets up against EVE. And of course, our main event of the evening. We found out last week that James Lee picked the opponent of Psebastian, who he will be facing this evening in a non-title match. It will be the tag team and world champion Psebastian taking on the Big Uce himself, Dwayne Fox, in our main event Pick Your Poison match. Folks, you do not want to miss it, and let's go and cover some of the matches that you will see next weekend here on this YouTube channel at SCW Showdown Rumble in the Bronx. First things first, we have a rubber match of sorts as Bruce the Axe Stubbs looking to take on the newest member of the Nightmare Connection, Prince Youngblood, in what could be a blow-off match between these two. The last time we seen these two in the ring, Prince Youngblood, having not been a part of the Nightmare Connection, had got a victory, what some people considered a stolen victory by the young man, beating Bruce Stubbs on Bruce Stubbs' return to SCW. However, Bruce made up all of these, you can call them excuses, but he states that he had a little bit of trouble from airport security getting down and was not focused on that match. Ended up challenging Prince Youngblood again to a one-on-one competition to where Bruce became the victor. But having shunned Prince Youngblood to go in the back while it was his time to shine in the center of the ring, Prince did not like that too much, and Prince wanted one more shot at Bruce Stubbs to tell who is the better man in SCW. Well, folks, I gotta tell you that rubber match is going to be a good one to watch. Both these men have literally brought out the best in one another. I can't even imagine what they got planned at Rumble in the Bronx. Speaking of which, also, the television championship will be on the line next weekend here on this YouTube channel at SCW Rumble in the Bronx. It will be the natural Isaac Murphy defending his television championship against Hacksaw Leo Simmons. Not only will somebody walk out SCW television champion, but one man will suffer their first loss here in 2023 in SCW competition. Both men are undefeated, but only one man will leave champion. Who will that be? I can't wait. The last time these two men met, it was for that vacant television championship, which Isaac Murphy had won and beaten Leo Simmons. Can Leo avenge that loss against Isaac Murphy, who is on an incredible hot streak of 2023? We shall see. I cannot wait for that. But folks, right now, let's head down to the ring.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, representing the nation from Honolulu, Hawaii, the Samoan Princess.
Welcome to SCW Safina, one of the many newer women talents that we have coming here in SCW, and it's good to see a refreshing new face around here, bolstering up the division that we desperately and thankfully have received this year in 2023. A part of the new, I thought it was a tag team, but it looks like a whole stable called the Samoan Society. Her and her brothers Aku and Makani have all made their SCW debuts. Let's see if she can pick up a win here, unlike her brothers in the Samoan Society. But she's going to have a tough opponent here today with the return of Violet Tiger coming to SCW.
From Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, Violet Tiger.
Last time we seen Violet Tiger here in the SCW arena, she was taking on Lisa Valentine. And Lisa ended up picking the W, and that led Lisa to get a shot at the SCW World Women's Championship. Women's World Championship. And now you got to figure out what's next for Violet Tiger, as she's looking to put on a show here and get her name back up into the rankings so she can earn another opportunity to get a shot at the next SCW Women's Champion. Only time will tell, folks. But she's not the only. These two ladies are not the only one in competition. Later tonight, we also have EVE returning to SCW, along with her newest opponent, Jade Hudson. That's going to be coming up later this evening, and I can't wait to see that. It's going to be very interesting. Again, these two ladies looking to show off and looking to climb these rankings, one with the new one. And here we go, and Safina. Wow, Safina just came out the gate running. But Violet Tiger scouted that ahead. And again, two contrasting styles here. One of Lucha Libre background. And we got a pin. 1, 2. 2 count. Violet Tiger thought she put her away with that drop kick. Again, we have two conflicting styles here. One being the fast-paced Lucha Libre style that Violet Tiger brings. And Safina looking to be the Samoan powerhouse. I wonder who that reminds you of here in SCW. Speaking of Samoan powerhouses, again, our main event of the evening will be the Big Uce, Dwayne Fox, taking on the SCW Tag Team and World Champion Psebastian later this evening, as James Lee has chosen the Big Uce to be Sebastian's opponent. And we got another pinfall. Looks like another roll-up from Violet Tiger. 1. Kick out at 1. Safina getting out of that. And Violet bringing that speed. And Safina looking to bring that power. And power bomb. Oh, my gracious. Power bomb from the Samoan Princess. Again. Oh, and Violet Tiger showing her that she's got the one-upmanship here. And again, thank you, a shout out to Greenland Cause for bringing the new talent here to SCW. You got a pinfall. 1. Kick out at 1. Shout out to Greenland Cause. Definitely bringing the Samoan Society here to SCW. And Safina being 5'10", being, I want to say, the second tallest woman we have here in SCW, as I know EVE should be at least 6'2". Both women, I'm not going to hold you. I can't wait to see both of those women in the ring against each other. That is going to be some, like, women slapping meat in this mug. And I can't wait to see that. Violet Tiger looking to take Safina off of her feet and got her in a Boston Crab, a single leg Boston Crab, cranking on the big lady's leg, and no, Safina gets right out of that. And Safina looking to take Violet down, and it looks like Violet got out of that. Safina just with a nice little strike. Again, I welcome Safina to SCW, and I'm wondering what her role is going to be here. As like I said, her brothers in the Samoan Society, Makani and Aku, did not pick up a victory here in tag team, but they were very impressive. And I'm wondering if Safina is going to be just as impressive as the tag team. And as right of now, it looks like Violet Tiger is getting on top of it, but no, Safina comes back with a drop kick of her own. Safina, I'm hoping she's just impressive. What is this? Oh my God! Is that a Samoan spike variation? I don't know what that was, but it looks like we got a pinfall. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. Safina looking with like a Samoan spike of her own, like a lariat. A lariat spike. And Safina bringing the pain. to Violet Tiger, and Violet pops right back up. Safina looking to go for strong leg maneuver and plants Violet Tiger onto the mat. Safina checking the area, seeing what she wants to do here. Safina looking to, what is this? No, Violet gets out of it. Oh, nice reversal from Violet Tiger. And the Lucha Tigress herself trying to get back with the momentum, taking the arm out from Safina. And again, ladies and gentlemen, I will be happily running down some of the card for next weekend's SCW Showdown presents Rumble in the Bronx. Of course, from Bronx, New York. And Violet Tiger looking to get back into this match. Meanwhile, clipping Safina, getting the crowd on her side. Violet Tiger stalking her opponent. No, Safina's had enough of that. And what's this? Safina clubs her back and looks, what is it? Plants Violet Tiger onto the ground. Man, oh man, could that be it? 1, 2, kick out at 2. Safina is beside herself, thinking she thought to put away Violet Tiger, and you hear the crowd chanting women's wrestling, and Safina basking in it. Safina's taking her eye off of Violet Tiger, and she took too long. She could have just stopped taunting and just went after Violet Tiger in the corner, and Violet just reversed that. And now a double neck breaker from Violet Tiger. And Violet with the drop kick. Man, oh man. And Violet with the wherewithal and the ring awareness to keep Safina down. And Safina taking that ring awareness and rolling out the wing, but what's Violet got planned? Violet, oh my God! Springboard maneuver from Violet Tiger, climbing that, it's like just bouncing off of that rope and doing a corkscrew dive onto the outside to Safina. And the crowd is loving it. And Violet Tiger has gotten all the momentum back on her side. And it's cool to see the veteran be on her stuff. But Safina powers back and gets Violet back into the ring. Nice clubbing blow from Safina. And Safina finally taking mount and taking it to Violet Tiger. He's got to slow down that pace. And we got a pinfall. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. Safina knows she has to do a little bit more to put away Violet Tiger here. And folks, again, thank you all for tuning in to this week's SCW Syndicate Championship Wrestling Showdown. Right now, we have 3 matches on the card for you today. Right now, you were looking at Safina, newcomer to SCW, taking on Violet Tiger. And looking, Safina's got her up on the shoulders again. Plants Violet. Violet has been planted, and that could be all she wrote, folks. 1, no! Violet reaches for the rope. That could be a rookie mistake from Safina. She should have pulled Violet away from the ropes. And that would have been a victory for the Samoan Princess. And again, later this evening, you will see EVE. Oh my God! What a check in the corner. Again, later this evening, you will see EVE taking on Jade Hudson, and our main event, Psebastian taking on Dwayne Fox. And Safina trying to capitalize on her size and strength, keeping Violet down on the ground. And she's been doing a good job, but I wonder if that rope break's gonna come back to haunt her, seeing that she could have probably had the match won. Oh my God! Violet neckbreaker from Safina. The Samoan Princess is showing what she's got. Oh my God, what strength! And a powerbomb. Violet Tiger could be out of it, folks. She could be done. And look at me going for that another Samoan spike. And no! Violet Tiger pipes out of it. Another neckbreaker from Violet Tiger. And Violet still being in this match, setting up another neckbreaker. And Safina rolls back out to the ring. And could be time to fly, and she does! Violet Tiger with another corkscrew springboard to the outside. Safina is dazed. Safina gets rolled back into the ring. What's Violet Tiger doing? Oh my God, springboard 450! That could be it! 1, 2, kick out at 2.999. I thought Safina was done for. Violet did too. And the crowd is loving this, folks. Violet with a snap suplex. And now, with those cat-like reflexes, could she be going for the 450 from the top? Yes, she hits it. And that could be it, folks. 1, 2, kick out at 2. Again, the Samoan princess, Safina, kicks out. And Violet having enough. Another springboard 450. My God, if this ain't it. 1, 2, 3. Your winner, Violet Tiger. Man. Wow. 450s aplenty. Safina gave it her all. And to try to put the Tigress away. But it took 3 450 splashes to put the Samoan Princess away. And the Lucha Tigress leaves SCW with a W. She did what she could to get back and get her name back in the title picture. But let's not discredit Safina, folks. She may be a name to look forward in the future. Speaking of telling, now let's go on and cover some more matches from Rumble in the Bronx. But first, I want to give you a video that has been passed down to me from our production team due to the fact that this video was sent in a few days ago leading up to this week's Showdown. And I gotta tell you, this is a saga going on between A-list Aiden Alexander and the STD himself, Dr. Antonio Hurt. Ladies and gentlemen, just watch.
Por favor, forma llamada. La zona de abordaje se encuentra en la parte central del pase de abordaje.
Well, after weeks of random attacks and one man trying to get over on the other, our GM Ian Jacobs has declared that both Aiden Alexander and Dr. Antonio Hurt will meet in a match at Rumble in the Bronx, but it will be 2 out of 3 falls. Of course, you know, as a 2 out of 3 falls match, only the way you can win is you pick up 2 wins, 2 pinfalls, 2 submissions, or disqualification in that match to be declared the winner. And folks, I hope we can finally put this beef to an end. These 2 men have gone on and done the wackiest things that I have seen here in SCW. Of course, I never want to be on the doctor's bad side, but also the very talented Aiden Alexander has had enough of the Dr. Shenanigans. These two will come face to face, mano y mano, and one will come out as the winner. And folks, I can't wait because that's probably going to be the culmination. This might be my match of the night. Also, like I mentioned earlier in the evening, we have the SCW Women's Championship will be on the line as the SCW Women's Champion, Quinn Ventura, finally gets her hands on the residential bad girl of SCW, Lisa Valentine, one-on-one at Rumble in the Bronx. Folks, these two have been going. Lisa has been a thorn in Quinn's side the entire time, from the abandonment of the tag team match, from her grabbing her title and just trying to walk off with it. Quinn is looking to end this craziness that Lisa has been doing on, this childishness that Miss Valentine has brought on. But were all of these just mind games to take Quinn off of her, to take Quinn off of where she's at mentally, so she can get one up on her to become the next SCW Women's World Champion? Only time can tell, folks. But folks, right now, let's head down to the ring for our next match, and this is EVE taking on Jade Hudson. Let's get down to business, folks. Jade Hudson returning back to the SCW after the last time we seen her in an impressive match against Quinn Ventura, taking Quinn to her limit. One of the more popular newcomers here in SCW. And I for one, I was very impressed with Jade's match she had against Quinn Ventura, with bringing an electric style to her, a lot of high-flying high spots, but very, very strong kicks and athletic maneuvers. I love seeing that. But she's got a big competition this evening against one of our strongest female competitors here in SCW. And I gotta tell you, it's with the class of styles and everything, you gotta wonder how it's gonna all pan out. And I'm very interested to see how this goes, because here she comes now. The Warrior Princess has arrived.
And from Accra, Ghana, the Warrior Princess, EVE.
EVE is probably one of the baddest women we have here in SCW. The last time we seen her in the ring, it was in an impromptu handicap match, as it was definitely her and Violet Tiger up against Quinn Ventura after Lisa Valentine had just dipped out on her. And folks, I gotta tell you, that's not really a good thing. But let's get this match going. Here we go. And both women coming out of the gate trying to attack the other. Looks like EVE got the best of that, and she's already trying to take out the arm of Jade Hudson. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for sticking with us. I promise you, tonight is gonna be a fun night. Gonna be a lot of new things to go over. And looks like Jade Hudson was on the top rope only for EVE to cut her down. And Jade, you want to say, if Jade wants to have a bit of, go far in this match and come out the victor, she's gonna have to get these quick strikes on EVE and try to not get caught up in showboating and gloating. She's got to keep the attack on, because EVE will keep bringing the pain to the young woman. And you don't want to, and I got to tell you, that is not one of the things you want to be a part of, is getting just tossed around by EVE. What a backbreaker. Sheesh. But folks, we got one more match for you this evening, and that is our main event of the evening, and that is Dwayne Fox going up against our SCW Tag Team and the World Champion Psebastian of the Golden Gods. One match away before he and James Lee will meet at Rumble in the Bronx to battle for that SCW World Championship here next weekend, August 5th. You do not want to miss that. As looks like Jade didn't miss that drop kick, keeping Eve down on the ground. And Eve, again, last time we seen her, she was, they picked up a victory in an impromptu handicap match. As Lisa Valentine just left her partner, Quinn Ventura, in that tag team match. And that is one of the things that helped kickstart a rivalry between Lisa and Quinn as the resident bad girl, Lisa Valentine. And we got a pinfall. One, kick out at one. The resident bad girl looking to get her way into becoming SCW Women's Champion. And speaking of which, these two women that are in the ring now have aspirations of being the next SCW Women's Champion, no matter who comes out of that match after Rumble in the Bronx. As you see, EVE just planting Jade into the mat. And I got to tell you, my money's on EVE. She's been very impressive since her debut, and even has taken Quinn Ventura to the limit, just like Jade Hudson. But I want to say, I don't know who, if EVE even got close to becoming Women's Champion, I don't even know who would stop her. But it looks like Jade Hudson is doing what she can to get noticed as well, as EVE rolls out of the ring to take a break, and now she's back in, and Jade back on the offensive with kicks and strikes, and oh my God, she planted her. Jade now has all the momentum on her side, and EVE cutting that down. What a hair pull, and we got a pinfall. One, kick out at one. Again, EVE's had a little bit of a mean streak in her, and I gotta tell you, I like it. I like it. The Warrior Princess is down for getting what she wants, and will do it by any violent means necessary. But Jade got her in a headlock maneuver, it looks like looking like wearing down EVE, but EVE gets right out of that. And Jade's doing exactly what she needs to do. Getting these high fly maneuvers off, quick strikes, and using her speed as an advantage, but taking the leg away from EVE, slowing down the Warrior Princess. And just Jade's doing a very good job at doing what she can to make sure she can get this dub here. And Jade with a corkscrew splash bomb, and we got a pinfall. 1, 2, kick out at 2. Jade thought she put her away, and EVE kicks out, and the crowd is loving it. And looks like Jade tried to go for a kick to take out EVE, but couldn't get it. Jade taking EVE to the ropes, but EVE cuts that short. What a clothesline from EVE. And EVE flips Jade over her shoulder, telling Jade to come on. Looks like she plants Jade into the ground. My God, what a pin. 1, 2, kick out at 2. Jade Hudson still alive in this match, as EVE wondering what she has to do. And she looks like she's going through the corner, and looks like she's setting up for what could be a spear, and she gets all of it. That could be it for Jade. 1, 2, kick out at 2. Jade lives, and EVE is beside herself. She thought she put away Jade with that spear, and Jade is still alive. And Jade back with these quick strikes, taking the big woman off of her feet. And here we go, but no, EVE keeping Jade down. And Jade, like I said, was very impressive against her debut against Quinn Ventura, but this is a whole different beast. In EVE, she will bring the hard-hitting violence, especially during strength-wise. And look at this. Could this be another powerbomb? No, Jade reverses. Jade reverses. Oh, rear end. Could we get a pinfall? 1, 2, kick out at 2. Jade's got to figure out what she can do to keep EVE down. And Jade, again, taunting, getting rid of the crowd. I don't think that's a wise decision, as EVE definitely will take control, but it looks like Jade got her. Oh my God, what a neck breaker from Jade. And Jade started to keep that momentum on her side, throwing EVE to the turnbuckle. What's Jade thinking? Jade plants her again. Could she be going for this corkscrew again? She hits it. Can this be it? Can this be an upset? 1, 2, kick out at 2. EVE says no. The crowd is loving this. But EVE, I'm still surprised she's still in this match. As Jade takes EVE off her feet. And now Jade to the top rope, telling EVE to get up on her feet, getting the crowd on her side. Crossbody splash, and she gets all of it. What a hell of a crossbody. And Jade still trying to keep EVE, but it looks like EVE gets back up. Oh my God, another hair pull, another pinfall. 1, kick out at 1. Jade has got that passion, folks. Like I said, I really enjoyed what I've seen out of Jade Hudson since her debut here in SCW. Bringing it to these ladies. But again, she's got a tough task facing EVE today. And EVE, knee to the shoulder or the face. 1. It looks like EVE getting that power bomb, and she does. She hits that power bomb, and it could be at 1, 2, kick out at 2. Jade is still in this match, and EVE is trying to make sure Jade is out of it. Looks like Jade is back up, and EVE says no, keeping Jade down. Jade trying to fight back, getting those quick maneuvers and quick oh! Sky high variation. And EVE just rolls out of the ring. Jade looking to do some high flying of her own. And suicide dive connects. Suicide dive connects. And EVE is out. The ref's count has started. And it's up to 2. These two ladies are going back at it, back and forth on the outside. Ref's up to 3. And EVE still on the outside again. Jade keeping up with EVE, and I'm loving this. But you can't count EVE out of this match, even if it's on the outside. Looks like EVE's back in it. Oh! Oh my God, what a clothesline! EVE. What's this? Oh my God. What's EVE doing? Oh my God, fall away slam onto the fake concrete. Oh my God, she gets back in the ring. EVE can't win like this. She can't. Ref's count is up to 9. Ref is trying to tell Jade Hudson get back in the ring. And the match is over. EVE wins by countout. I don't like that tactic. EVE is a better competitor than this. But I guess win by any means necessary. Win really means by any means necessary, folks.
Here's your winner, the Warrior Princess, EVE.
I am not a fan of how EVE won that match, and you hear the crowd booing. Could this be a new start and a new attitude for the Warrior Princess, EVE? One can only tell, folks. We got one more match here, a couple of more matches to cover, and one of which I am going to be very happy to talk about. But it's one of those matches that, like we had in Malice in Wonderland, has with Pharaoh and Landon Kelly, this match has a history that has culminated into a rivalry. And it's one of those things, if you've been with us since day one, folks, this match has been in the making. Someone has always been the Marty Jannetty to that Shawn Michaels. And at Malice in Wonderland, we thought we knew. Malice in Wonderland years ago, we thought we knew who was the Marty and who was the Shawn. But at Rumble in the Bronx, we will find out as two tag team partners, Joe West and JT Money, formerly the team of Team 5 Star, a history, SCW's first ever tag team champions. And just continuing with one of the best tag teams we've had in SCW going forward, now they're being culminated. Bitter rivals, as the history with these two, as both these men were great tag team wrestlers, but only Joe West, who now is known as Golden Joe West, has gone on to have a Hall of Fame career here in SCW, being an SCW World Champion, a SCW Pure Champion, and an SCW Tag Team Champion, all of which has been main event. He's also was nominated as our SCW Man of the Year. He's won that award for Superstar of the Year here in SCW, voted on as by his peers. But one can only assume that JT Money has always had resentment in his heart, because while Joe went on to greater things, JT Money stayed stagnant, and a lot of rumblings were going that he was the Jannetty to this whole group. However, when we rebooted SCW back in 2022, our first champion, when the reboot started, was JT Money, having defeated his partner Joe West in a match at Malice in Wonderland to determine who would be our SCW World Champion. And that is JT Money's first and only title reign, as his title reign to some may not have been the greatest. As JT Money's got a history with injury, comes back from that injury that actually many consider that JT suffered at the hands of Joe's new partner, Sebastian, as JT came back and just decided to join forces with one of his biggest rivals in 2022, and that was main event primetime himself, James Lee, and joining the Awakening. And since then, JT Money has had a huge ego boost to himself, and he has been determining, going time and time again, attacking Joe West and anyone else who gets in front of him, to prove that Joe, you, sir, are the Jannetty. We will find out, as our GM Ian Jacobs again has announced that this match will be inside of a steel cage. No interference from the Awakening and no interference from the Golden Gods themselves. Both these men, a rivalry will culminate inside of a cage. Someone will come out differently on the other side of this, as a friendship will be over and a rivalry will be won. And last but not least, we talk about rivalries, we talk about matches, but only one match left to go at Rumble in the Bronx, and that will be for the SCW World Champion, the coveted championship here in SCW, as Sebastian will defend his title against Primetime, the main event himself, James Lee. And folks, these two have had their ups and downs, their squabbles, everything going, but everything will be put on stop because these two men will finally meet for the top prize here in SCW. And I, for one, cannot wait to see how this goes. Will James Lee finally be able to get that monkey off his back and show up when the lights are at their brightest? Or will his vibe be checked by the Vibe God as he's been told to get in the back of the line before he can enter the Champions Club? Time will tell. We will find out next weekend, folks. But right now, let's go to our main event of the evening. And Sebastian looking to take on Big Uce, Dwayne Fox. Let's head down to the ring. And here comes the Vibe God himself, the champ. Champ.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the Old Gods from Athens, Greece, weighing in at 225 pounds, one half of the Tag Team Champions, Sebastian.
Sebastian dripped in gold, but will he be able to bring both those titles back after next weekend, as the SCW World Championship, like I said, will be on the line next week here on this YouTube channel as SCW Showdown presents Rumble in the Bronx, and his opponent is James Lee, who picked his opponent. And I gotta tell you folks, I think he picked his opponent this way to not only just play mind games, but to wear down Sebastian for next week's contest. Because I gotta tell you folks, this was a calculated move. These two men have teamed up in a 6-man match against the Awakening, but now they're going up against each other, and I gotta tell you, that's gonna be very interesting. See, Sebastian is ready, but you hear that music, folks. It's Big Uce time!
And his opponent from the Polynesian Islands, weighing in at 271 pounds,
Dwayne Fox, the chosen opponent to go up against Sebastian before his title match next week. And again, James Lee wants to be a mastermind, and I think he's trying to prove it by picking the Big Uce to go up against the Vibe God. Because while I think Sebastian has a good chance to come out victorious here, as he is our world champion, Dwayne Fox is not a slouch, folks. Even to the point to where Sebastian even thinks himself that this should have been a title match. And James Lee don't deserve it after losing last week to Kevin Youngblood of the Nightmare Connection. He thinks Dwayne should be the new man to have a title shot against Sebastian. But again, that match has already been made. We will see those two men go up against each other next week. But for now, it's Big Uce versus the Vibe God. And I gotta tell you, violence shall be had, folks. And that ref's ready to ring that bell, and here we go. And both men running at each other. And it looks like Sebastian caught the knee of Dwayne Fox, and both these men are going at it. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for tuning in to our main event here in SCW Syndicate Championship Wrestling Showdown every Saturday here, 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 Central. It is Sebastian, our world champion, going up against the Big Uce, Dwayne Fox. And Fox got planted, and we might have a pinfall already. One kick out at one, and I think Dwayne could be busted open. Oh, nice maneuver from Sebastian, and Sebastian's going for another pin. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. Both men have chosen wisely in their poison, as Sebastian chose last week for James Lee to face Kevin Youngblood in their first competition ever, and Kevin ended up picking up the win. as Sebastian came down to the ring as James Lee tried to leave, and Sebastian threw James Lee back in the ring, but also unbeknown to the ref, may have clocked James Lee to throw him back in the ring. And James Lee still saying to this day that Sebastian needed help. Oh my God, wait a minute, what's going on the outside? Oh my God, no! Backdrop on the apron. Oh my God. Achi Bachi, that has to hurt. Ref starts his count, but back in the ring. Anyway, oh, German suplex from Sebastian. And this match is going to be high-paced and hard-hitting, folks. As Sebastian, the king of those lariats, and Dwayne, a big shit brick house of a Samoan. These two are going to bring it in ways that you have not seen here in SCW. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to go with this match. But speaking of which, like I said, Sebastian interfered last week. What a spear! What a spear from Dwayne Fox, and Sebastian rolls out of the ring. And Dwayne takes it all in stride. Sebastian made that pick last week and took James Lee down in James Lee's first loss of the year here in SCW in 2023, with Kevin Youngblood picking up the W. And I got to tell you, I wonder how that's going to affect James Lee and his thought process for the main event next week, as his biggest criticism that he follows, and Uranagi applied and delivered from Dwayne, and we got a pinfall. 1, 2, kick out at 2. I actually thought the world champ was done. And Dwayne looking to go for that Tour of the Islands, doesn't get it. Sebastian avoids it. And again, these two are going to bring it against each other. But back to what I was saying, James Lee, his biggest criticism is he can never show up when the lights are at their brightest. Every opportunity that he's had when it came to the SCW World Championship, he has lost. And you got to figure the third time's the charm for him. But who knows, after losing last week, and what's that's going to do to his mentality. For him saying he's collected victories over the old heads, only to get defeated by the numero uno, and we got a pinfall here. 1, kick out at 1. He was defeated by the numero uno old head, as some people say, the OG in SCW, Kevin Youngblood. And that's got to give all the momentum to Sebastian. As Sebastian with a smart move, and Sebastian could be going for that. Oh, he gets all of it. Clothesline from Mount Olympus variation, and we got a pinfall. This could be it. 1, 2, kick out at 2. Dwayne kicks out at 2. And Sebastian is going to have to do a little bit more to keep the Big Uce down. He knows this. And it looks like Dwayne is coming back in it. No, Sebastian, quick strikes. Those jabs, those vicious, godly jabs. And these, like I said, these two are going to bring it, folks. And speaking of which, I said all I could about James Lee. But again, he knew what he was doing. He didn't pick anyone from the Golden Gods or hell, he didn't pick anyone from the Awakening. He picked one of the strongest men we have here in SCW, in Dwayne Fox, in a non-title match as of sorts. So Dwayne with the Samoan drop to Sebastian. It's like Dwayne is here to wear down the champion, as it's his chest, not checkers, and he's planting him again with another Uranagi. And Sebastian is getting manhandled by the Samoan. The Big Uce himself is just tossing around the world champ like it's nothing. And folks, I've never seen Sebastian getting abused like this. Sheesh. And Dwayne throwing Sebastian to the ropes. Miscommunication there. And he's got that bear hug. This is what I'm talking about. He's looking to wear down the champ for his main event match next week here on this YouTube channel that you can catch at 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 Central. And as SCW Showdown presents to you Rumble in the Bronx. And these men are going at it. Oh, he looks like he orders a Samoan spike. No! Sebastian gets out of it. German suplex from Sebastian. I gotta give Sebastian this. He is avoiding all of these heavy attacks from the Big Uce. Sebastian. No! Clothesline! Vibe check delivered. We got a pin. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. And Sebastian could be going for another clothesline from Mount Olympus. Can he get it? He's got one half. Can he get all of it? Clothesline from Mount Olympus. And the crowd is loving it. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. Sebastian can't believe it. The Big Uce is not staying down. Sebastian's going to have to bring all of those lariats out if he's going to keep Dwayne Fox down. And Dwayne with a block. And Dwayne! Oh my God, Tour of the Islands! Tour of the Islands hits. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. Man, Tour of the Islands from nowhere. And Sebastian kicks out. Sebastian kicks out and rolls out of the ring. And Dwayne is following the world champ. And the crowd is loving this. Folks, Sebastian might have been right. Wow, Uranagi on the outside. Sheesh. Sebastian might have been right. If this was a title match, this would have been one of the matches of the year. And now Dwayne, what's Dwayne doing on the top rope? Dwayne with another elbow drop to the back. Right to the spine of the world champ. And we got another pinfall. 1, 2, kick out at 2. Dwayne has got that championship pedigree. But so does Sebastian as he had that splash scouted. What a knee strike from Sebastian. And Sebastian now going to the top rope himself. We don't see Sebastian go to the top rope often. But he's telling the big man to get on his feet. Sebastian, oh my God! He was going to go for a top rope clothesline. And Dwayne caught him. Sebastian was getting ready to get hit with a Samoan spike. But gets out of it. Oh my God! This match, folks, this match is hitting on so many different levels as Dwayne is doing what James Lee thought he would and wear down the champ. But meanwhile, Sebastian doing what he can to keep the Big Uce down. Man, oh man. Jumping suplex to the outside. But again, Sebastian being technically one of the longest reigning SCW World Champions we've had here. And he's going to look to keep that championship around his waist next week. Sebastian with another vibe check. Vibe check delivered. 1, 2, 3. Your winner, Sebastian. And Sebastian celebrating in the ring. You see, he's grabbing one of his belts, ready for next weekend. What the hell? It's James Lee. James Lee takes out Sebastian with the, oh my God. Someone's got to stop this. What the hell is James Lee doing? James Lee waiting for Sebastian to get up. Sebastian shows around. No! He gets clocked with one of his belts. And James Lee probably telling the world champ he sees him next week. Folks, I'm going to tell you now, we will see you next week here on this channel as we bring to you Rumble in the Bronx, August 5th. You don't want to miss it. We'll see you next week, folks. Have a good one.